this evening's meeting to order. This is the regular city council meeting for Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. Can I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Bembas.
Here.
Councilman Carter.
Here.
Councilwoman Davy.
Here.
Mayor Gillis.
Here.
And Councilman Scarlett.
Here. Can I make a motion to excuse Councilwoman Meldrum and Councilwoman Harris for illness? Second. Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? They are excused. Can we have a moment of silent prayer? Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I have a motion to approve this evening's agenda?
Support.
Comments, questions, concerns? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We have an agenda. We have no presentations this evening. So moving on to public comment. Would anybody like to rise for public comment? Seeing none.
And say hi. It's open.
We can move on to the city manager's report. Mrs. Gerstenberg.
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. An update on the Algonac Elementary Housing project. We resubmitted to MSHDA today. The due date was April 1st. The Algonac Activity Center, we are waiting on one more quote for the security system, which actually I just got the other day. And that will be on the next agenda, and the plumbing and the electrical contracts are on the agenda to be awarded this evening. An update on the pool. The concrete walls have been poured. They're installing the pool rebar next week, which would be the welding of the gutter system is the end of April. We need a quote for painting the existing bathhouse. We are in the process of advertising for lifeguards, if you know of anyone who is interested in being a lifeguard. And the architect was working on the furniture package, which he sent to me today with 2 quotes, so I'm reviewing the furniture package right now. And the North Elm and Chestnut pavement rehabilitation, the pre-bid meeting was held March 26th. And that is all. Thank you, Mayor Gillis.
Anybody have anything for Mrs. Gerstenberg? Any for it?
No. Mr. Mayor, if I could, resident had asked me, so I'm going to ask, because I said, the, dirt, small piles of dirt that are on the other section of the school, where the playground was, can you clear what that is for? Was it to fill in where the playground equipment used to be?
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. Mayor Pro Tem Davy, yes, that dirt was put to fill in where the playground used to be. So they'll be spreading that this spring.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you. And then moving on to the consent agenda. The consent agenda consists of the regular city council meeting on March 18th, 2025. And our miscellaneous business is to approve a water plant high service pump number 1 engine repair for $1,278. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. Support.
Comments, questions, concerns? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We have no unfinished business, so we'll move on to the new business. We are, item 11A is to approve electrical for the Algonac Activity Center. The city of Algonac purchased the former Algonac Elementary School in December 2023. On March 5th, 2024, the city hosted a community meeting to discuss the future of the former school. Many residents wanted to keep the existing gymnasium and create an activity center. As a result, the city started seeking funds that could make this happen. The city council budgeted $50,000 in the 2024-2025 budget, received $200,000 in ARPA economic stimulus with the assistance of County Commissioner Dave Vanderbosch, and is expected to receive $500,000 from the state of Michigan and Senator Kurtel in the amount of in the Michigan Department of Educational School Aid Package, House Bill number 5507, for a total budget of $750,000. The general contractor, Salt Secret Construction, was approved by the City Council on August 6, 2024. We have 3 quotes for the repairs and installations needed for public occupancy. Salsky has recommended the system proposed by Stevenson Electric Company. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve the electrical installation in the amount of $24,250 to Stevenson Electric Company, whose address is P.O. Box 618841 in Port Huron, for the future Algonac Activity Center, and direct the city manager to sign the proposal on behalf of the city.
Comments, questions, concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Bembas?
Yes.
Councilman Carter?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davey?
Yes.
Mayor Gillis?
Yes.
Councilman Scarback?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, we're being asked to approve the plumbing for the Algonac Activity Center. The general contractor, Salsky, is recommending G&L Plumbing, which is also a little bit. Could I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve plumbing installation in the amount of $26,300 to G&L Plumbing LLC for the future Algonac Activity Center, and direct the city manager to sign the proposal on behalf of the city.
Support.
Comments, questions, concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Carter?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davey?
Yes.
Mayor Gillis?
Yes.
Councilman Scarback?
Yes.
Councilman Bembas?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 11C is to accept Michigan Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity grant for Algonac Community Swimming Pool in the amount of $1 million. In 2018, community leaders and residents engaged in a community visioning and strategic planning to determine the future community needs. There was a consensus that the swimming pool was an important public asset that needed to be maintained. And unfortunately, in July 2020, the pool was closed due to significant water loss and safety concerns. In 2021, the city hired an architect to design a new pool, with the input from a pool committee composed of residents and city staff. To help fund this project, the city applied for and received a $300,000 Michigan Natural Resource Trust Fund grant, a $400,000 Michigan Economic Development Corporation Revitalization and Placemaking grant, and a $1 million Michigan Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity grant. Senator Hertel was instrumental in obtaining the $1 million grant. The estimated cost of the city is $1.3 million. City Council awarded this project to August 2024 to low bidder Robert Clancy Contracting. Construction has started and project is expected completed this summer. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept a Michigan Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity grant for the Algonac Community Swimming Pool in the amount of $1 million.
Second.
Comments, questions, concerns?
May 5th? In all seriousness, do we have an idea of when they may be completed?
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. Councilman Bembas, no, it's still too early. I mean, we are definitely hoping to be open by July 1st. I would like to be open before that, but it's still dependent on weather right now.
Okay, so June 30th.
Mr. Mayor, if I could.
Yes.
Would it actually help if, Councilman Bembas were to go over there and help do some of this work?
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Mayor Pro Tem Davey, I think that's an excellent idea, and I think the contractor would benefit from his assistance.
I really, and that's now on public record, I just wanted to put that out.
Are we gonna take a roll call vote?
I think we should. Just want to put that out there.
I would definitely approve of that.
I resemble that.
You keep bringing it up, dude, what do you really?
It's just,
We're
you
gonna
know,
get
all
you on
kidding
our
aside,
head.
it's just so exciting seeing all these years of us fussing and praying and hoping and cajoling and any adjective you can think of, and to finally see it come to fruition.
And, I'm sorry.
You know, there was a while where, every day or every week, somebody out in the public, why don't we have the pool, why don't we have the pool? And to see it come to fruition is just a very exciting thing, as well as, and I probably should ask it then, but, you know, you got me going, Dawn. Do we have a possible day when the activity center will be ready for use?
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. Councilman Bembas, hopefully this summer.
Okay, July 1st?
Oh my God, please stop.
It's April 1st. We need another month of some decent weather to be able to give you some good
I hear
dates.
you.
Because we had such a terrible winter that it was really hard for a lot of the work to be done, you know, as we had hoped it would be.
Absolutely, not a criticism or anything, just the excitement and adrenaline of finally getting some big projects that we've been, in the plans when we've been working for all these years, finally coming to fruition.
And to see, it's not just gonna be a pool, it's gonna be the beautiful pool that was designed by the residents.
Absolutely.
Well, it's a destination now too,
Yes.
right?
Well-
Now that you got so many
Yeah.
spots for every single generation.
The splash pad for the little
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, and like I've said, I've told a bunch of people, these are the things that are going to hopefully bring families in here. These are the things that other communities near us
Mhm.
don't have, that they're going to come here for. And they'll bring businesses that will, keep city dollars in the
Absolutely.
city instead of people using those dollars and, picking up things that they could buy here. And that, I fully believe,
You
is
are
what's
absolutely
going to save
correct.
us.
It's gonna be a positive effect on our property values. It's gonna make Algonac a destination place, at least from Marine City and Clay Township, to where they can come and use our pool. And, in the past, we've always heard the pool for the kids. That pool is not for just kids. The pool is heated. Okay, so my arthritic knees is gonna love that. And it's walk-in. Okay, so you don't have to climb up and down those slippery stairs that pool used to have. And hope you don't, break your neck or whatever. It's
Why
just
aren't
a
you
type
gonna
of
be a
thing.
lifeguard?
I can't swim.
Okay, look, no. And since, one more thing, Claire, since he had brought up the activity center. I know that, we were working on, lease agreements for, have we gotten any farther with that, and could we see that happening soon?
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. Yes, the lease agreement is, pretty much finished.
Okay.
The piece-to-piece quilters are the tenant that was looking to move into the library, and they requested some small changes to the agreement. But we don't have a move-in date for them yet. I know they wanna do some work in their own space, some different flooring and different things, so, but we are ready with the lease agreement.
Yeah, just to, give people an idea when they say, okay, well, what are you gonna put in here? And, okay, there's going to be, if there's a group that wants to, play cards once a week or whatever, we are getting those things together to say, okay, if you wanna have these classes here every week for, a couple months, this is how much it's gonna be. So, to let people know that, we're just not building it and twiddling our thumbs, that we're actually working on how this is all gonna work.
Right, and you'll see, in the budget study session next week, you'll see some fees listed to rent the gym, to rent some of the spaces, the daily fee for pool usage. I'll go over all that at the next meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, I do have one more thing. One question is, I got done asked the other day, is there gonna be swim classes for kids this year?
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. Councilman Scarbeck, I don't know.
Okay.
If we don't open until July 1st, I don't know how many
Yeah, that's
classes, and and right now we're in the process of recruiting lifeguards, and we need an activity director, so still to be determined.
Thank you. And one more thing too is, I think it's important, like, business owners are seeing us invest in town. So I think now, like, we're hoping they invest, and I hope they see what we're trying to do for the city. And I hope it's a trickle-down effect where people are saying, oh, we wanna be part of that growth in town. And I think we're on the right track, and business owners I talk to, and even the locations that we have available right now, I think things are gonna start slowly moving forward, because we're investing as much as we're asking them to invest. So I think it's a positive growth for the future.
Exactly, because I think that instead of, with all of these things, it's looking at it in a different light than people have been saying for years. Well, we need bars, restaurants, and we need to be a duplicate of Marine City, which I don't want you, having us be a duplicate of a city that's not that far away from us, it isn't going to build that base. You get that base going, with the things that we're doing now, more events, you have these things that are gonna bring more families here, get that base going, then sure, you know, somebody may look at that. This is a really good place for me to open up a restaurant, open up a bar. You know, people, these parents have had enough of their, you know, with their kids for today. They need to go someplace and, you know, really nice, look at the river and have a glass of wine or two. And I think that can happen with the things that we're doing now.
I agree. Now, can we remember what can we have a roll call on the pool was?
On the Leo grant.
On the Leo grant.
Sorry.
No, I
Oh,
was,
excuse me
no,
then.
no, it was nothing, I was
I
trying to.
didn't even have to do one more thing. He said
No,
one thing.
no, we had a great conversation, I just wanted to bring us back to.
Focus.
Yeah,
Mayor Pro Tem Davey,
Yes.
Mayor Gillis.
yes.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas.
Yes.
Councilman Carter.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, moving on to item 11D, to approve the agreement between the City of Algonac and St. Clair County Department of Equalization for Property Assessment Administration for 5 years. We have an agreement for the city, between the city and St. Clair County for assessing services. Significant changes include county staff will be in Algonac 1 day a week, including the months of July, August, and September. And the last contract, the staff were only in the office 2 days per month for July, 2 office days per month for July, August, and September. Appeals and special assessment fees increased from $85 per hour to $100 per hour. Staff wages have increased. The agreement is for 5 years, beginning May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2030. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the agreement between the City of Algonac and St. Clair County Department of Equalization, whose address is 200 Grand Suite 105, Port Huron, for property assessment administration for 5 years at a total cost of $219,949, and direct the city manager to sign the agreement on behalf of the city.
Support.
Comments, questions, concerns?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
If I could. Ms. Gersberg, could you please, I had asked you earlier about how this works with the assessor, and that the assessor is a county employee. Could you kind of repeat what you had said to me, so people understand?
Mrs. Gerstberg?
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. Thank you for your question, Mayor Pro Tem Davey. The St. Clair County Administration or Department of Equalization provides assessors to the city of Algonac, as well as a number of other communities in St. Clair County. We contract with them to provide the service. So once a week, they have a assessor and right here in City Hall, so people don't have to go all the way up to the Port Huron area to get their assessing services. We have had a contract with them for quite a while. In the past, they were only here twice a month in the summer months, but we requested that they be here all 4 times a month because things are much busier than they used to be here in Algonac, and we really need their services, and so the contract was amended to reflect that.
Thank you so much, because you could explain it so much better than and I was asked by a couple people, so thank you very much.
Anyone else? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Gillis.
Yes.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas.
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davey.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next is item 11E, it's to approve change order number 1 for Algonac Activity Center HVAC system. The Algonac Activity Center general contractor, Salsy Construction, has submitted a change order for the HVAC system. The City Council approved HVAC system installation amount in HVAC installation in the amount of $155,300 to Superior Heating and Cooling at their meeting of November 6, 2024. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve change order number 1 for the Algonac Activity Center HVAC system to Superior Heating and Cooling in the amount of $11,684.
Support.
Comments, questions, concerns?
Mr. Mayor, and people have asked me these questions, so that the city manager can explain things much better than I. A change order. Does that mean that either the price had changed or if it was something that, popped up that was not anticipated?
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. Mayor Pro Tem Davey, this was additional work that was needed to be done. what they were hoping to do was cannibalize from the administration portion of the building or the classroom portion of the building for as many parts as they needed to get the heating and cooling system up and running. For these particular items, that was not possible, so we had to, pay them to fix it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Anyone else? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davey,
Yes,
Mayor Gillis.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, we're being asked to approve water filtration plant generator, ATS, replacement. The Algonac Water Filtration Plant has a critical backup generator which failed to start for its weekly test on January 29, 2025. The timer on the automatic transfer switch was not working properly. This timer is 25 years old and needs to be upgraded. This is specialized equipment that must be replaced by a qualified technician. The generator is operational, however, the weekly test must be performed manually and will require staff to manually transfer power in the event of an outage. We have a quote for the time already spent to diagnose and for the replacement of the timer and the setting up for the weekly testings. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve water filtration plant generator ATS replacement with Ruminats Repair, whose address is 8320 Broadbridge Road in Fairhaven, in the amount of $4,700 and no cents.
Support.
Comments, questions, concerns?
I think that was
$750.
$750.
4,750, thank you.
Come on, do you wanna bust your chops?
Do I have to re-support that?
No. Can I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davey,
Yes,
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilman Scarback.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, item 11G is to approve abatement of nuisance resolution 2025-01 for 345 Colonial Lane. The city attorney has requested the city council declare this property a nuisance per city code section 3418 so that the enforcement can be initiated in the St. Clair County Circuit Court. The outdoor accumulation and storage of rubbish and miscellaneous personal property items continues unabated, and the owners have erected an impermissible accessory structure in violation of the zoning ordinance. There has been no contact from the property owner. This is not a rental home. The code officer inspects the property the day of the city council meeting. The city manager can provide an update at the meeting. The property owner has 21 days to abate these violations before the city attorney files the circuit court. If the property owner fails to fix the fence, a city contractor will complete the work on behalf of the property owner, and the cost of abatement will become a lien on the property. We have a resolution for our approval. Can I have a motion, please?
I lost.
Me too.
I was scrolling through, hold on.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-01 and declare 345 Colonial Lane a nuisance within the boundaries of code section 34-18 and permit the city attorney to pursue abatement remedies in the St. Clair County Circuit Court.
Second.
Comments, questions, concerns?
Mr. Mayor, if I could,
Yes.
and 1/28/2025 is the last, notice that they've received, and if we have we heard anything from the property owner?
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. Mayor Pro Tem Davey, we have not heard anything from the property owner, and the code officer was out there today, and there has been almost no change.
And there is people living in this house, this isn't,
There is absolutely someone living in this house.
okay, thank you.
Anybody else? I have to say, these are one of the harder things that come before us, and none of us take this lightly, because this is not things we want to do, but these are the things that we have to do. If you get a letter, call us, let us know what's going on. That's the easiest thing to do. Keep in touch with the code enforcement, so.
And this is not just things that piled up because it was winter. And, this has been ongoing for quite a while, I assume.
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. These are not things that have piled up just because it was winter. These are some tent-like structures attached to the house in multiple locations, as well as a lot of outdoor storage of things that should not be stored outside.
Anybody else? Can I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davey,
Yes.
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 11H is to approve a special event permit for St. Catherine's Corpus Christi Eucharist procession on June 22nd, 2025. And I'm sorry, I did not get my screen moved fast enough here.
We're having a day here.
We have a special event submitted by St. Catherine's of Alexandria located 1103 Washington for the Corpus Christi Eucharistic procession, June 22nd, 2025. This will be a 15-minute walk from the church to Clay Street south on M29 to Columbia Street and back to the church. Approximately 100 people will be participating. All documentation has been reviewed and approved by City Administration and the St. Clair County Sheriffs. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the special event permit for St. Catherine's Church to hold the Corpus Christi Eucharist procession, June 22nd, 2025.
Support.
Comments, questions, concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Davey,
Yes.
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Carter.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 11I. Man, we're up to I already.
I know, it's so nice.
To approve amended budget schedule for fiscal year 2025. A specific timeline for budget adoption is prescribed in the city charter. City council must hold a public hearing on the proposed budget before its final adoption. Notice of the public hearing, a summary of the proposed budget, and a notice that the proposed budget is on file in the office of the clerk shall be published in the Voice newspaper at least 1 week in advance of the hearing. The complete proposed budget shall be on file for public inspection during office hours at the clerk's office for a period of not less than 1 week prior to such hearing. The 2025-2026 capital budget schedule is proposed as follows. Capital budget presentation to the Planning Commission on Monday, March 31st, 2025 at 6 p.m. Budget presentation, is that correct? Oh, I'm reading the wrong, I'm reading the wrong budget. I apologize. Yeah,
Mayor Gillis,
yes,
you guys, the city council approved this budget schedule already.
Yes.
So the only change in this particular one is that we have added a special budget study session for Tuesday, May 6th.
so we
So that's
approved,
what the difference is.
okay,
And that's just specifically to talk about water and sewer. So you'll have one April 15th, and then you'll have another one May 6th.
okay,
That's what the change is.
thank you. It threw me off there for a minute. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to set budget schedule for fiscal year 2025 through 2026 as presented.
Second. Comments, questions, concerns?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
That's good. I just wanted to, make sure to let the residents know that at our next council meeting, April 15th, we have a budget study session. And that's open to the public, and anyone can come. And it's, instead of discussing the budget on social media, you know what, come in. If you've got something that you wanna say, which we do take public comments during budget study session, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
That's the time to do it. It's like I've said a million times, it's important to show up and say something instead of just, typing words in a box. Like I said, it's an open meeting. Please feel free to come and join us, cause we like having people here. It's fun. That's all I got to say about that.
Anybody else? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Moving on, we are going on to accounts payable.
I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable and payroll in the amount of $171,542.36.
Second.
Comments, questions, concerns? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Davey.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Items for next agenda, Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. We'll have a special event permit for the Beer and Wine Fest for June 14th, an audit services extension contract, the introduction of an ordinance amendment regarding exterior lighting, a contract to award the Activity Center security system, contract to award for new LED floodlights for the Veterans Memorial and Riverfront Park, an amendment to the personnel policy, likely contract to do work on the generator that at the water plant that you discussed this evening, the budget work session, and a public hearing.
So we should clear our,
Who's bringing dinner or
Yeah.
snacks or something, cause it's gonna be a long one. Do you have an intermission?
you know, we might need one.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, it's funny you say that, cause I read minutes from like 2000 online, and some of their meetings go to like 10:30, 11:30 at night.
Ask those in Marine City.
Yeah.
You know, a 2-hour meeting is like short,
Right.
but it's better.
We will move on to council comments.
Okay, everybody, Councilman Davey is 100% correct. Get out here for the budget meetings. I mean, I know already that we, as a city, keep a very tight budget with very little waste. Doge and Elon Musk wouldn't find anything here. But it's always good to get feedback from everybody, and especially those who already come. Remember, the meetings on April 15th and May 6th are at 5 p.m. and not 6 p.m. And that's really all I have today.
Councilman Carter?
Wow.
It's
It's
been
like,
a
wait a
long
minute,
week.
I didn't get time to like get it all together.
One more time?
It's been a long week.
Awesome. The weather doesn't know what it's doing, does it? We
No.
get cold, we get warm, and then we get cold again. But spring is coming. April 4th, as this Friday night, there's a glow event for kids up to 15 at Pearl Beach Lions Club. From 5 to 6, there'll be a soft, quieter one for kids that might need a little bit less noise. And from 6 to 8 for $5, you can drop your kids off for a little bit. There'll be games, there's gonna be some dancing, and of course, lots of lights and some food. April 12th is the Easter egg drop at Clay Township Park. Woodside's one of the sponsors, and I believe Clay Township's going to be supporting that as well. And then Easter sunrise service, April 20th at 7 a.m. at Riverfront Park. The Algonac Faith Coalition is gonna invite you to gather and celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. That's April 20th at 7 a.m. And that's all I have.
Mayor Pro Tem Davey?
Yes, first thing is, Wednesday, next week at the Algonac Lions, from, I know I wrote this down. What time? I believe it starts at 5. Yeah, it starts at 5. There is a spaghetti dinner, for Kenzie Perry, who is a 5th grade student in Algonac. She was diagnosed with, Chiari malformation. I have a nephew who has the same, issue. And they are trying to, raise money to help the family for, you know, she's got a lot of doctor's appointments coming up and a, brain surgery I got on April 11th. She has 5 brothers and sisters ages 12 to 4. The Algonac Lions, are graciously providing a spaghetti dinner, on Wednesday, April 9th at the club, and they are donating the meal, the hall, and entertainment. There is going to be 50-50 raffle, or 50-50 raffle and raffle prizes. They're actually asking, for people who have anything that they'd like to donate for their raffle, to get a hold of them. I don't have the phone numbers, the names, Nikki Degowski, Sarah Ranger, or Teresa Ranger. And they're found on the Algonac Lions Facebook page, and I believe a few community groups also have this information. So if you like spaghetti and want to help out, Kenzie, that would be awesome. Wednesday, next week at 5 o'clock.
Who doesn't like spaghetti?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And one last thing, cause we were talking about the budget. Again, it makes a difference for people to come out here, especially during the work sessions, to see what it is, instead of, public hearing, we've already done the work sessions and gotten everything situated. It's important for people to come and see how we get to the point where we figure out what the budget's gonna be, how things are spent. It's informative, it's important. I do, though, wanna mention, with the dates on the budget session, one thing that I want to highlight is that, Tuesday, May 20th, there will be a public hearing on the millage rate for the fire special assessment district. Now, this has to be done every year. Every year, the city has to sit down and determine if we are going to raise the millage, if we are going to decrease the millage, or if we are going to keep it the same. That is something that I would love to see people here for, so they can, like I said, there will be, if I'm not mistaken, Chief Dome, the fire department actually has to in writing show what the special assessment district funds went to, correct? Am I right?
Mrs. Gersberg?
When we do this,
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. Mayor Pro Tem Navy, that will be in the budget. You'll be able to see what the fire department budget is.
okay. Which, if people want to see this, before we have this public hearing, ask. You wanna know what that that millage went for? Ask us. We'll show you, it's all good. But people will say that, what did we need this for? Why were our taxes raised? These are the things that are important to see, because, we don't do special assessment districts. We could have done it here, voted for it on our own, without putting it out to be voted on by the residents. And, when we set these things, we don't do this for kicks and giggles. There's reasons behind it. So that's why it's important to attend these meetings, the work sessions. It's important. And that's all I got. Yeah, that's all I got. Stop.
Well, I'm gonna make it short today. I don't really have much, so thank you guys for coming. Have a great night.
All right. I really don't have much. It's been covered by everybody. I do wanna say that April 12th, Grove Beach Lions are having their Easter event. There's a lot of Easter events out there this year, so I wanna bring that up. Cinco de Mayo is coming up on behalf of the Algonac Clay Fund. That is May.
May 5th.
8th, I heard.
If you need tickets, you can see Mrs. Gerstenberg, Councilman Dundas, or myself. I think we're giving away $20,000 or $18,000 in grants and $30-some thousand in scholarships that night.
Correct.
Wow.
Amber won a really cool
That's
purse,
awesome.
if I'm not mistaken, last time. Amber actually won stuff.
It's a good event. So, One thing last Thursday, Councilwoman Meldrum and I attended an MTA event, and I just wanna say, I met, her name was Bonnie DiNardo, she is from St. Clair Township, and she says to me, she goes, Rocky, you're the mayor of Algonac. I said, yeah. She goes, I wanna tell you, you guys run a really nice meeting down there. She goes, you guys have a really good meeting. So I wanna thank council, cause it was really nice that other communities, she was, because I'm looking to see how a meeting should go, and you guys really do one of the best meetings. So I was really proud to hear that, and I wanna say thank you to council for that, because even though we don't always agree, we are.
We had some fun.
Yeah, we do have fun. We are 7 people that sit up here that are very passionate about our town.
Yes.
And I'm proud to sit up here with every single one of you. And I was very proud to hear that compliment, and I want to give it back to all of you.
That's
So,
very cool.
with that, we had a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn at 6:40.
I'll support.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're adjourned.